Hey, hello everybody. Sorry about the slight delay to the stream. Unfortunately, YouTube was being YouTube and basically being a pain in the backside. Anyway, I'm Fujit, and this is the opening stages of the final stages of the Tier 8 Asian Summer Season Tour. So what have we got in store today? So first and foremost, important stuff. Go on to the current tab. This stream does have in-game rewards, but guys, to get those rewards, you have to go. I'll do it. Okay. Go down to the tournaments. That's the cup. Click on that. Go to current. You will see this, the Summer Season Spring Championship. Click on that. Click on streams, and you will see that final stage day 2. Log into there and you will see what you need to watch it via the portal. You don't need to watch it via the portal. You need to have the portal open in order to get the in-game goods. Now looking at the chart, who have we got today? Well, we have got first off Thai Blitz Jeb. That's R9 versus 7Kill, which is 7 Kids third. And that's group 2. After that, we'll be watching Team ID. So, the room is now open, to be honest with you, so we can get over there and have a look at them. Don't forget, it's Tier 8, and I know a lot of people are complaining about it, but you know what? I think it's been really interesting watching how the teams have coped with Tier 8. I think it's been fantastic, to be honest. So, we'll accept the room, and there we are, look. We are watching R9, Thai Blitz Giab against 7 kills, 7 kids third. It's going to be interesting stuff. First map, it is best of 5, so that's the first of 3 wins, of course. It's going to be interesting stuff. They're on Falls Creek, an interesting map at the best of times. I'm interested to see what they take. I'm expecting a lot of Object 252Us. And to be honest with you, a fair few other premium tanks. But you never know. Because the teams, when they get to this stage, they like to chop and change things around. We will see. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I've been watching the series. I haven't been streaming the Ascents. My good friends, Every Good Name Is Taken, and Wild Ones Helper have. And The gameplay has been fantastic. It's been something different. And like I said, I know a lot of people don't particularly like Tier 8, but you know what? It's made an interesting change. You've had to see different tactics. There's been different meta. Okay, it's mainly been premium tanks, but hey, Tier 8 is filled with premium tanks, so that is to be expected. We're not kicking off for another 3 minutes. I'd love to show you the map, but unfortunately that part, for some reason, isn't working for me. I've tried Strat Sketch, and it just won't let me in. So I apologise for that, as I'd love to show you. But we all know what Falls Creek is about. I'm expecting, realistically, a lot of action around the C cap. I mean, that's what you would normally expect in a Supremacy game in random, but you never know. I mean, at the end of the day, it could go either way. They could go to the A cap, or they could go to the C cap. Like I said, I'm expecting some brawling around that C cap. The teams have got tanks readied up. I'm not going to say right now that that's the meta they're going to be using. I mean, if you look at 7 kill, it's mainly Object 252Us, which, whilst it's a good tank, you know what? It ain't the best. There are better tanks. There are tanks different to the Object 252U. For example, the WZ112-2. It's a very good tank. Looking at R9, well, you can see they've only got one 252U so far, but they have got a Chimera, another very good tank, and a Chieftain. Okay. Action X, fantastic tank. WZ120-1FT, wow, that is a tank and a half, isn't it, really? Wowzers. Then you've got the FV301, which is a great tank, and the IS-5. Not my favourite. Excuse me. Looking at 7 kill, I mean, if that's going to be their lineup, then basically you've got a shed load of 252Us. There's WZ112-2, which I said is a nice tank, and a T54E2. So they're clearly going for the premium is the way to go. We've got 50 seconds left. So I think the teams are now completely readied up. Let's go through them. We got R9, we got Ankarn going out in the 252, How Do You in the Chimera, Keenfire in a Chieftain, Peepoo Paz in an IS-5, the Unreal in a WZ120, Double X in an Action X, and Getty Get in an FV301. Looking at 7 kill, we've got Kijo in a 252U, AMX in a 1212, Momo in a 252U, Secondo in a 252U, Kuris in a 252U, Mam in a 252U, and Squid in a T54E2. We're ready, they're ready, let's kick off the final stages. Oof. I'm looking forward to this. I really am looking forward to it. It's going to be fantastic. Although nothing's showing on my screen at the moment, but I am in the game. Well, I was in the game. But dear, that doesn't look good, does it? That's not looking great, let's be honest. I don't know what's happened there. Wargaming technical difficulties? Possibly. Shall I log in and log back out again? If I do it now, you're not going to miss much. Bear with me while I just log out and log in. Right, I had to log out and log back in. I'm still stuck on the game screen. There seems to be a technical difficulty at the other end, not at my end. Well, I don't know what to say. I've logged out and logged back in. I don't know what's going on. Spectator mode is playing up. Oh dear. I mean, I've already logged out once. Should I log out again? Really? Um, Wowzers. I don't know. I need to drop Wargaming a note because there seems to be an issue with the spectator. Oh, I'm just not getting logged in for whatever reason. Well, I mean, you can see here, I mean, I'm just stuck. I mean, I can log out again and log back in again, but it seems to be a problem with the game rather than me. I don't know what I've dropped Wargaming a note. I'll log back out again and I'll log back in again, but this isn't my end. This is certainly not my end. I mean, the stream's running fine, the game's running fine. I was playing replays before we logged in, so I don't know. Is the honest answer, guys? Maybe if I log out and log in, log out, log in, it will kick me back in again. I just don't know. The ping on the game is fine, so I really have no idea why I'm not able to spectate, to be honest. Now I'm waiting to log back into the game, which is proving difficult. Oh, dearie me. There seems to be an issue. There does seem to be an issue with Wargaming, with the game. I don't know what the issue is, and it's annoying to say the least. Sorry about this, guys. There's not much I can do about it. This is an issue at a different end, not my end. As you can see, it's still synchronizing the data, so it's trying to log me back into the game. I am speaking to Wargaming. Trying to get this resolved sooner rather than later. Like I said, the game has been fine. I was playing replays earlier before I started streaming, and I was streaming in the background, so it's very bad. Like I said, I'm talking to Wargaming, trying to get this resolved. It's still synchronizing the data. But I still can't get in. Still can't get in. That because the game is ongoing. It's trying to log me back in. Oh, so we've missed the first game, and I'm really sorry about that. But as you can see, I mean, I'm doing everything I can at this end to get it sorted. So really apologise 7kill and R9 for not seeing the opening match. I'm still trying to log in. It's becoming an issue. Wargaming are looking at it as well. They've just sent me a message. They are looking at it. They are trying to get it sorted to find out what is going on. So, guys, all I can say is, I apologise for that. I mean, I'm trying to log in, trying to log out, trying to do this, trying to do that. I mean, it's still synchronizing the data. It still is not letting me in the game. I still can't log on. I have spoken to Wargaming. I've sent it to them. So all I can do is hope for the best, guys, and try and resolve the issue. What I will also do is ask Wargaming that maybe it's better off if they may switch the stream over to Every Good Name Is Taken, because obviously people are getting rewards and you don't want to see this. It's just not fair, is it? So we're doing our best here, guys. We're trying to get it loaded and it's just not loading. Simple as that. We were there, the game froze, and since then I can't get back in. It keeps saying synchronizing data, so that probably because it could be that I'm sort of spectating. We've got to wait for the game to finish. I don't know. All I know is at this moment in time the game is locked for me. Simple as that. And there's not much I can do about it. I just can't get back in. Like I said, I've told Wargaming what the issue is. As you can see, I'm streaming fine, so it's not an issue at my end. Finally, we're back in. We're back in. We are back in. It's taken an age, but we are back in. Now we want let's go with this. Oh. So, 7kill 1. 1-0. We are back in. It took an age. So, sorry about that. Couldn't really do much about it, like I said. Wargaming been working in the background, so hopefully it's now resolved. They're still in a battle, so we've missed battle number 2. We couldn't get into battle number 2. We've only just got in now. After the game sort of hung on us. So, not much I can say about that. All I can say is that clearly the 252Us of 7kill were effective against the tanks, which were not 252Us of R9. Guys, I really apologise for that. It was completely out of my control. All I can do is try and get the stream back. Well, it wasn't the stream. The stream's fine. So, what can I do? You know, at the end of the day, if the game crashes and hangs, the game crashes and hangs. So, that's all I can say. Now, it's 1-1, so we haven't missed too much of the action, and we're going to get back in. We're on Port Bay now, so you missed the battles on Falls Creek. But clearly, they were evenly matched. Anyway, forget that. The hassle is over. The issue is over. We're back to normal. Looking at the teams, we've got... both teams are on equal wins. It's 1-1. Going over to R9, Ty Blitz Jabe. We've got Ankhan in a 252U, Keenfire in a 112 Glacial, Legendary in a Luva, My Little in a Chrysler K potentially, Peepoo Paz in a T54 Mod 1, interesting call, the Unreal in IS5, and Getty Get in a VK 100. Looking at 7kill, well, they're not fully readied up yet, but we've so far got AMX and Mumu. Oh, Inkaji in a 252U, a T54 E2, that's the new premium tank. Momo in a 252U, Secondo in a 252U, Hino in a FV301, great tank. Kurish in a 252, and Mami in a 252. Looks like R9 are changing around the teams with bringing in How Do You in a 252U. We're now ready. We're now back in the game. Oof. So, as I said, put that behind us. Yes, we had a hung game. Don't know what you can do about it. If the game hangs, the game hangs. Completely out of my control. Nothing I can do about it, guys. You saw that it started to load and then it stopped loading and it's done it again. It's done it again. So, I was told it was fixed. I've restarted everything. So, I'm hoping, although it still looks hung to me. It still looks very hung to me. No, it's still hung. It's still hung on the game screen. Oh, no, I'm in. But I'm not in. My ping is now at 1109. Oh.
Let's get this show on the road.
There's nothing I can do about this, guys. I mean, you can see here my ping is massive. Everything is massive. Everything is wrong. This is not me. This is, I can assure you, it's not me. I mean, we don't have problems with streams. This is the game. I mean, I can move the spectator mode around. This is not me. This has nothing to do with me. Oh. There's nothing I can do about this, guys. This is completely out of my control. It's completely out of my control. I mean, I can move the camera and everything. The game is just crashed completely. It's completely out of my control. And like I said, I mean, my ping, my internet is working fine. If it wasn't working fine, you wouldn't have the stream. So this is purely the game. Nothing else. And I've tried everything. I've let Wargaming know again. This is a major issue. I mean, I can bring the camera everywhere. So, I mean, this is just a huge issue. Huge issue. There's nothing I can do about it. Absolutely nothing I can do about it. Other than, yet again, restart the game. This is just a joke. And I'm really sorry about this. I mean, these things are completely out of my control. So, I mean, I'm just trying everything I can to get this to work, but it's just not working, guys. And as I said, I mean, I was playing the game before the tournament started, and it's just getting into spectator mode. It's been the pain. I mean, this is just daft. There's literally nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. Not a thing. I just can't get into the game at all. There's nothing I can do. Not a thing. The game just won't let me in, guys. I am doing everything I can do here. The game just won't let me in. Now, as soon as I come out of spectator mode, however, the game is fine. It's fine. No problems in spectator mode. None at all. There's an issue. There's just an issue. It's as simple as that. And there's nothing I can do about it, I'm afraid. Not a thing. Yep, I mean, that's fine. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do, guys. It's Oh, I'm really sorry about this, guys. There is, I'm working hard behind the scenes here to try and get this game working. Wargaming are also working behind the scenes trying to get the game working as well. So we're going to miss the first battle, and I really apologize to the teams for that. Well, the first battle, the first grouping, and I apologize to the teams for that. We are working behind the scenes trying to get everything up and running. It's just not happening for some reason. I mean, Wargaming is saying it could be my provider issue, but I'm doing an internet speed test and everything is fine. Everything's going perfectly. There's nothing wrong at this end. So, and if there was, you wouldn't be getting the stream anyway, and the stream is churning out at a massive amount. So, it's not the provider. Everything's downloading at 500 megabytes. The stream is churning out at 5,000 kilobytes. it just won't log me into the game. It's just as simple as that. So I have no idea. No idea. I have no idea what is going on. I really wish I did, but I don't. Now, the only thing I can suggest is I'm going to stop the stream, but I can't stop the stream because if I do that, it will create a problem. You can see that it's just. I'll quit it again. I'm trying to log back in. I'm trying to get in. It's just not happening. Oh, now I'm back in. Let me just check something very quickly. Just checking something really quickly to see if I can. Okay. Well, what you didn't see offline is that I'm playing the game, and everything's fine. So Ugh.
We save people like you money on insurance for your car, health, home.
So the ping is good, the FPS is okay, everything's good. Nothing else I could do there, guys. I mean, that was unbelievable. So, all you're seeing at the moment, well, you're not seeing much, are you? You're seeing me fanning around to make sure that everything's fine. And as you can see, everything is fine. There's no problems. I'm just doing a training room. My ping is at 90, 80, 83. Ping's fine. So clearly I had an issue with the game, which is why I had to uninstall it and then reinstall it, which is why it took a lot of time. I'm sorry about that. There's not much I can do about it, guys, to be honest with you. Simple as. But you can see the ping is fine, everything's fine. It's not my system. So, not my system. My end was fine. And just to make sure, we're going to have a look at a replay. This is Rolling Swarm. And as you can see here at the moment, everything's fine. So I had to reinstall the game. There was an issue with the game client. So as much as you'd all like to point fingers, which is understandable, obviously you've come to watch a tournament, and there was literally nothing I could do about it other than delete the game in its entirety and then pull it back together again. There is nothing else I could have done. It was really bad. Although I've lost the sound now. Sounds fine. So, I mean, the game's looking fine. Okay, I've lost the sound for the moment. But aside from that, the game is fine. So, I don't know what the blip was. I don't know what that blip was. But there was a blip. I mean, the sound's now blipped, but that's easily fixed. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure it's steady. I mean, I'm just playing quick replay here to make sure it's steady. I'm going to log out, and I'm going to log back in again. That way, I know that the game is fine. Because I don't want to go through that again, if you don't mind. Everything seems fine. Everything's looking good. Nothing wrong with it. let's just try again with another replay. We'll start with rolling again. Make sure everything is working perfectly. Everything seems to suggest to me everything's working perfectly. So we're going to watch Rolling Swarm while I just update Wargaming. So, I've restarted the game. I deleted the game, I reinstalled the game, I restarted the game, I then stopped the game, I restarted the game again. We missed the first tour. I really am sorry to 7kill and R9. That was not the intention. There seems to be, or there seemed to be an issue with the actual game. So what I did, I deleted it and then reinstalled it, and that seems to have resolved the issue. So again, I am really, really sorry about that. It's been traumatic, to be fair. It has been traumatic. I'm hoping that everything is now fine. I hope that you're all enjoying Rolling Swarm in his WZ1111111115A. Hopefully the trauma is now behind us. I mean, as you can see, I went into a training room just to make sure the ping was fine and everything's fine. The ping is fine. The FPS is fine. You know, the internet in my end is fine. OBS is fine. Everything was fine. But it was like that before the tournament started. And then as soon as we hit the tournament, boom, everything just went frozen. And there's nothing I could do. What you didn't see is me frantically running around in the background, doing as much as we could to resolve the issue. I mean, it's horrid, because I know there are people watching, there are 140 people watching, and you're not seeing anything. Not only that, you've got two teams that think they're being streamed, and obviously they're not, and it's disappointing for them, and it's not fair on them, and it's actually quite a stressful situation. And as much as I would have been, I've had to get Wargaming involved from the moment that it became a problem. They've been working behind the scenes as well, trying to sort it out. So it's not like we've been sat on our hands, you know, complacent here. Everything was checked before the tournament started, before I initiated the stream, before I started anything. So all I can say is, guys, I'm really sorry. I don't know what it was. I don't know what had happened. My last resort was basically to delete the entire game client and then reinstall it, which took some time, unfortunately. But fingers crossed, it now looks like it's fine. I say now. I mean, this worries me when it comes up synchronizing stall. That does worry me slightly, to be perfectly honest. It does worry me a lot. Because you've seen, I mean, the game was working fine, everything was working fine. I went into a training room and that was fine. I mean, this is nothing at my end, I'm afraid. So, I mean, again, look, it's taking an age to synchronize the store, which is an issue, I say, in the back of my head. It's a cause for my concern, because now it's locked again. And I don't know why it's locked again. And there's nothing I can do about that. Oh, my giddy aunt. I think, which I shouldn't have done. Ah. Try that again.
Close gates.
Let's just check. Okay. Right. I'm with ID. I'm hoping this is going to work. You will see this game. ID are winning 2-0 at the moment. We're on Fort Despair. It's still best of 5. This is still the group stage, semi-finals, group 2. I am hoping I've resolved the issue. I am hoping everything will now be okay. However, I've had to go via a VPN. It seems that it's not me and it's not wargaming. It seems it's where I am living in the world. That appears to be the issue. So, we're going to lose a bit of bandwidth, I'm afraid, because I've had to go via a VPN, which isn't ideal. So there's going to be a loss in bandwidth. However, I am hoping this is the final straw. It's not my setup. It's not my computer. It's completely out of my control. And I know that's not ideal for you guys out there watching. It is completely out of my control. It's nothing I can remedy or rectify at my end, I'm afraid. I wish it was. I do not have control over the service provider in the part of the world that I am in. So all I can do is apologize for that. That's not anything I can't control that. And it's bizarre because obviously I don't have an issue with the EU, only Asia. So I am at a complete loss as to why I'm only having an issue with Asia, but I'm only having an issue with Asia. Now I just need to put my settings again because I've lost all the settings. That's fine. Oh, so we've lost the first 2 tours. I'm sorry about that. Like I said, it's completely out of my control. There is literally nothing I could have done to either A, foresee this, or B, remedy it, other than what I've done now. It's one of those things. It just happened. Welcome to the world of the internet. It seems that my service provider have an issue with certain servers in Asia. That seems to be the problem. As I said, there was literally nothing I could do, guys. If it was me, if it was my system, or I'd done something to screw it all up, then I would turn around to you all and say, yeah, hands up. I dropped the ball on this one. It's completely my fault. This is utterly out of my hands. There is literally nothing I could have done. Not a thing, I'm afraid. It's just the way it goes, guys. I have no control over the service provider in the UAE. I have no control over anything like that. So I'm really sorry. And I'm just going to make sure that everything's fine. Again, I'm going to have massively high ping. I don't mind having massively high ping. I can cope with that. I'm just the spectator. But I'm going to check. So my ping, instead of being 80, is now 270. But as I said, as a spectator, that ain't going to make much of an impact or an issue. Everything seems fine currently. Let's get out of there. Exit to the garage. That's fine. I can't do much more there. Let's dismiss the room. The internet's working fine. I'm now going to show another replay. This time we'll see Jory in his Leo 1. All I can do is apologise, guys. There's literally nothing else I can do. Literally. It's completely out of my control. It's completely out of my control. If it was something I could control, then, you know, I'd be like, yeah, it's all my fault. Blame me, point fingers at me. But unfortunately for this one, it's all I can do is work the problem. And I did everything to work that problem. I contacted Wargaming, I disconnected from the game and reconnected, I deleted the game and reinstalled it, I restarted my computer, I restarted my Wi-Fi, all the things that would suggest it's my fault. And how did I know? It was because my service provider here in the UAE has basically fallen out with Asia for some reason. It's completely out of my control. All I can say is, again, I'm sorry to Team ID, I'm sorry to 7Kill, I'm sorry to R9. Thankfully the games were streamed by Every Good Name Is Taken. I did leave the stream up and running, so anybody who's still logged in, you'll still get the rewards that are with the stream. All I could do, like I said, was work the problem, try and identify the issue and work the problem. We've done that. Everything's to be okay. I am hoping that everything is okay. I'm going to lose a bit of bandwidth. Thankfully I'm not losing bandwidth on OBS, but I'll lose bandwidth on the game and I'll have high ping. That is going to be manageable, as I said, because we are only spectating, we're not playing, so we shouldn't have a problem. Now that's done, I can start dropping the levels of the game noise, which, because everybody's saying it's too high. So sorry, I know you were saying the game noise was high earlier. That was the least of my problems. My main problem was getting the damn thing to work. That we've now done. I'm now doing everything to make sure that we maintain a steady stream. I don't know if I can. Like I said, I'm going via a VPN. Those of you who are familiar with VPNs, they're not always the most stable, but I've got probably one of the best VPNs you can get. I'm not going to say who because it's not for advertising. I'm hoping that VPN will maintain regularity. So far it's doing okay. I've got no drop frames, I've got good CPU usage, and it's churning out a good kilobytes a second on the internet. So I'm hoping that has resolved the issue completely. That's what I'm hoping. I don't know if it has. I'm just hoping that it has. I have done everything that I can to try and get this to work. And as I said, if it was an error at my end, I'd understand it, and I'd understand, you know, I'd be mortified. But this one isn't at my end. This one is completely outside of my control. It's something that I hadn't anticipated, to be honest with you. I mean, you have to remember, I stream almost every day, Asia as well as EU, and I've never had an issue with my service provider. I upload videos and play the game every day, and again, I've never had an issue with my service provider. That was completely unexpected. So, oof. All I can do, like I said, all I can do is apologise profusely to everybody watching and to the three teams, because ID is part of that as well. However, we all have technical difficulties. Even the best people have technical difficulties. And as I said, I mean, what you probably don't see is prior to starting the stream, I mean, I actually start everything about 30 minutes before we go live. And in that 30 minutes, I play replays, I have a quick game, I go into training rooms just to make sure that everything is fine and dandy. And everything was perfect. I played replays, I played a quick game, I did 3 runs in a training room just to make sure that everything was good, that I wasn't dropping frames and ping was okay, and there was nothing to suggest that there was an issue. And then as soon as we went into the tournament, boom, it just kicked in. So, I couldn't do anything else. So sorry about that. just the way it is. And I've probably got like 1 billion downvotes, which I understand. You know, people have got to hate. So I've got about 1 billion downvotes. Oh no, I've only got 4. That's interesting. I thought I'd have 1 billion. But again, as I said, if it was something that I had control over, then yeah, I'd understand the frustration, the annoyance, and everything. Seriously, there was nothing I could control on this. But anyway, so far everything's looking good. I hate to say that. Last time I said everything was looking good was when I was playing Rolling's replay, and then everything went wrong again, didn't it? Let's be honest. Oh, everything's looking okay. That's a great game, by the way, by Jory. I made a video on it. So everything's looking okay at the moment. I don't think the matches are ready yet, even though it's saying that they... Oh. So with Team ID in the finals, they are up in about 30 minutes. We missed this game, and I'm really sorry. And we also missed this game, and again, I'm really sorry. But we'll get the final. That's all we can do. So the final is going to kick off in about 20 minutes, roughly. And it's Team ID against Act 1. And Act 1 faced off the DTG Dream Team, who they beat 3-1. And now they're going into the final against Team ID. Oh, what a stressful day. And what's normally a very, very easy thing to do suddenly turned out to be a very difficult thing to do. So let's have a look at Eliasux of the clan RJC rolling out. And here's Tank. Oh, dearie me.
Let's go.
It's a good job I got plenty of coffee. As I said, I'm losing a little bit of bandwidth. That's to be expected, I'm afraid. Because I'm going through a VPN now, which isn't the best. That's why it's a little bit jerky, because I'm losing a little bit of bandwidth. Plus it's a replay. Replays always have a few bandwidth problems. Anyway, whilst understandably many of you are disappointed, I really would like to thank the guys at Wargaming for trying to work the problem with me. As soon as I told them, they jumped on it and they checked everything at their end. They did this, they did that, and you know, they've been very supportive, despite the fact that clearly it's one of their official streams and it just didn't go well. But yeah, I can't thank them enough for jumping in and trying to help me out there. Again, it was something that was completely outside of our understanding. I mean, how was I to know that that it was going to go the way it went? I didn't realise that they were going to cancel or effectively block Asian service. It's very bizarre. And as I said, it's never happened before. Like I say, I mean, I stream Asia and EU servers and NA, you know, regularly. So it's not like all of a sudden. It's not like it's something I'm used to, because I'm not. But anyway, you should be watching Eliasux here in the Vickers. giving everybody a hard time. It's a fantastic tank.
Penetration.
Oh. Well, that was quite a stressful 1 hour 20 minutes. Unbelievable. And just think, today I was gonna stick my ugly mug on the stream as well, a la Rolling Swarm. I'm glad I didn't do that, because all you would have seen was me, well, being stressed out basically. At least you got to see the games with every good name is taken, which is fantastic. So at least the games got streamed, be it by somebody else. Also, I'm thankful it's day one of the group stages. I mean, imagine if this was the grand final, it would have been absolutely awful. It would have been a nightmare. But it isn't. So, an inconvenience, yes. Annoying for you guys, yes. End of the world? No. The games got streamed. The stream stayed on, so those of you who are watching via the portal will still get your rewards. All is not lost. Although it could have been an easier 1 hour 20 minutes, let's be honest. That's something I could do. Oh, dearie me.
We didn't penetrate their armor. Penetration.
This is a great game. Look at this, 5,706 damage. It's a great tank. Make that 5,860 damage. I mean, it's a great tank. It's a fantastic tank. WoW deserved mastery. And it was a ratings battle. Oof. Nice. It's always a good thing. Oh. Oh, that was traumatic. It still is traumatic. We've still got plenty of time. Even though it keeps telling me I've got tournaments here. I haven't. They've gone, just out of interest. It's just that I was mucking around trying to get everything. Hi, Blizzard. By the way, everybody on YouTube, really thank you for your time and your patience. I mean, I know it's been frustrating for you. I know it's not been what you're after. But thank you for hanging in there while we try and sort this out. Let's have a look at Ting. Going out in the Moose. I think this is this gravity mode? I can't remember. I think this is gravity mode. Oh, dearie me. Oh, Ting missed. Oh, Ting missed again. Oh, but there's a Sheridan. Just push him out of the way. I do like gravity mode. Let's be honest. Look at that. I know it was a bit jumpy. You have to appreciate that. Now going through a VPN, so you are going to get a few drops, I'm afraid. So I apologise for that. Oh, we're okay. So far everything's been okay. Touch wood. If only you could see me touching wood. Anyway, gravity mode. What a fun mode. I mean, you get to throw the mouse around and just squish everything. Lovely. Oh, woe was me. We've still got another 15 odd minutes to go. Mutually assured destruction. Back to the Cold War. Look at that though, 7,235 damage. Squished 5 tanks. Gotta like it. Oh, dearie me. How much longer? Oh, that's a training room, but I don't want that. How much longer have we got? So we should get it in about 10 minutes, I think. If, of course, I'm still doing it. You never know. It should be in about 10 minutes. We'll get the invite. So it says 4:42. That's my time. So that's in 20 minutes that it starts. So we'll get the invite in about 15. So we've got plenty of time. Let's have some more replays. Let's have a look at Sarah. Rolling out in the Smasher.
Let's get this show on the road.
A lot of people complain about the Smasher being OP. With justification, methinks. Because it, in the right hands, I mean, it is, frankly, a very broken tank. I mean, it's not like it's not broken. Because, like, it's definitely broken. 100%. You see, it's not OP. It is not OP. Well, maybe just a little bit, potentially. But it also depends on how you play it, to be honest with you. I mean, I've seen some people play this tank badly. However, I have seen a majority of the people play it nicely.
Enemy vehicle knocked out. One of our trucks was hit.
But anyway, everything seems to be going okay at the moment. The VPN seems to be holding out, which is nice. Look at this, 4,290 damage. 4 kills, looking for that 5th kill. I mean, they're going to win it on caps anyway, but... oof. And there it is. And there he goes. What a great game that was. A well-deserved mastery. 4,347 damage. Shitload of medals. Look at this. High caliber. Radley Walters. What more could you want? Didn't carry the team at all. So, not long now. Oh look, I actually got this fight one battle because I did fight one battle when I was testing, but I lost, which is why my rating went down, because I can't play on PC. I'm afraid I'm not a PC player, and I was checking out the PC to make sure that everything was fine, and everything was fine. How was I to know that the service provider in Dubai had blocked the Asian server? Oof. How long we got? We got 10 minutes. One more replay. One more replay. One more replay. Let's watch Rolling being slightly OP in a Sheridan. Yes. So this is Mr. Rolling Swarm, the one, the only, the myth, the man, the legend, rolling out in the Sheridan.
Time to roll out.
You see, there's Elysium Vale on the other side. That's nice. It's nice to watch Mr. Rolling Swarm pop out. Oh, I think it is. Look at that. There goes a missile. I think that may have hit. I'm not sure. We'll soon find out when that Mark 6 comes into view again. Well, I think it may have hit. Oh, yeah. Normality is returning to me after the utter debacle that went on earlier. But the debacle is now over and everything's back to normal again. Just out of interest, how many people have said you're a complete muppet? Well, still only 4. Thank you very much. I was expecting a lot more downvotes, to be honest with you. Not that it was my problem, or not that it was my fault. It's clearly my problem because I had to resolve it. But wow. Oof. Mr. Swarm here, already knocking out 1100 damage. Showing exactly why ATGMs, oh, you know, a pretty broken meta. I mean, you saw earlier that he was able to just sit on that ridge and throw a missile towards that Mark 6, which the Mark 6 couldn't do anything about. And that's the thing. I mean, every tank apart from the ATGM tanks, that's the T-92 and the Sheridan, has to break cover in order to aim. Okay, the Sheridan here has to break cover, especially when you're using the APCR, which Rolling is now using. But when you're using the missiles, you don't need to break cover at all. And that's the difference. Every other cat tank in the game, apart from these two tanks, must expose themselves, aim, lock onto that target, and then fire. It's not a question of what happens after that, although to an extent it is. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you can't control your APCR rounds, you can control your missiles. But the biggest issue is they are able to sit here, like Roland just did, behind cover, if you're with a missile, without breaking cover, and effectively lay down damage. And that's what makes it bad. That is what makes it bad. Aside from that, I mean, the tanks have other issues, yes. But see here, he's behind a ridge. Nobody can shoot him, but look at that. He can put 500 into the Mark 6. That is the issue. So the Mark 6 to shoot him has to expose himself and has to put himself into danger. Whereas Rolling in the Sheridan didn't need to put himself into danger at all. And therein lies the issue with the tank. Now look at him with the APCR. He can't do anything. He can't. He has to expose himself. But with the missiles, it's a different matter. Look. Therein is the problem. It's a big problem. Now, just for those of you not in the know, Wargaming at the moment are doing a survey on the ATGMs on their official Discord. I would implore all of you to have your say, to go over and have your say. You may like the tanks. You know, the tanks, different argument. It's the missile mechanics. Is it fair to be able to sit behind cover like this and do this? That object has no chance of hitting Rolling in his Sheridan because he's utterly protected behind a big rock. Yet he can knock that object for 500 damage. And therein lies the problem. I mean, look at this. That one didn't go through, but this is the issue with the ATGMs. Now, I've always argued that I don't see any reason to remove the missiles if you make it line of sight. In other words, you have to expose, you have to aim, and you have to fire. If you have to do that like all the other tanks in the game do, and then you don't have the ability to guide them, problem solved. I think there's a place in the game for them, but just not with the mechanic that they've got. Because as you've seen here, you can go around, you can hide behind objects, you can hide in cover, and you can absolutely be devastating. And that's a big, big thing. Anyway, he only got a second class. He needs to carry harder. And you see? That's a fantastic game though. Just to highlight the point. Now, have we got the invite yet? No. And no. It should be can do, guys. I mean, there's literally nothing I can do. I mean, this is just madness now. Absolute madness. Nope. There is literally nothing I can do. There's not a thing I can do about it. Not a thing. I'm even on a VPN. Anyway, let's see if we can start again, shall we? As you can see, the D-34 has already gone down for Act 1. ID are dominating here. Shogal is about to go down. He's a one-shot, as we can see. There he goes. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. Prolika has gone down, but there's only 3 against 6 here. I mean, it's pretty fair to say. Let's have a look at new player. Lord player, he's running around in the FV trying to keep spots, but they're going to take Ubiki. Ubiki's going to go down in the object. There he goes. It's just the FVs left. There goes Yorishori, and it's all over anyway. Even though Nude is still there, it's all over on cap points. I am so disappointed with this game at the moment. Anyway, as you can see there, I mean, you can see that when it comes to damage out, ID knocking out 11,600 against 5,600 there. Oh. To say I am stressed would be an understatement of the year. So anyway, back to Vineyards. So, ID get the first blood, looking at the teams. They haven't changed much apart from bringing in a Panther 88. They're still staying with the objects and the FV301s. Looking at Act 1, they're dumping the 76 for an Action X, bringing in a WZ112 and dropping a couple of the IS3s, which is probably not a bad idea. So, this is game 2. It's all to play for. We are back live, so you shouldn't have missed a lot of that game, despite the fact I got booted. So let's get up high into the back of the map. Now, as you can see, automatically Team ID are making a bolt for that A cap, which is not surprising, let's be honest, with the rest of their heavies going towards the middle portion of the map, apart from Campon, who's heading towards the C area. Not that he's probably going to cap the C, he's probably just going to take up a position wherever he can see. Looking over at Act 1, again the FV301s are fast capping that B cap, which again is understandable. We got Rakuya in the object 252 making a move towards the middle with the rest. It would have been better if the Action X went that way, but hey. With the rest of the heavies, I mean the Celeste there of Anon, very bold and aggressive move, to be honest with you. But he has spotted up a lot of the team. Only Campon is not spotted, and he is dropping into the C cap. At the moment, hit point wise, Act 1 have just lost a few more hit points than ID, but nothing to write home about. Campon is going to secure the cap points, even though Act 1 managed to out-cap them initially. Having 2 caps has really helped out. There you go, Anon in a very aggressive position, very, very forward there. And the Celeste doesn't really have a reputation of having great gun depression, let's be honest. So hit points are now in the favour of ID. Moving around the map, you can see Campon is taking quite a defensive position over there, although he is moving in. Let's have a look. I'm surprised to see the Action X so far back. No, Campon has moved up. They're going to give Rakua a bit of a hard time in this Object 252U. He's a little bit out of position, let's be honest. He's a little bit isolated. That's a good shot in for onto Lani, though, from the other side of the map. Look at this, Radioactive pushing hard in the FV. He's got support. There's a big push now onto this Action X. It's a good shot in there on the FV, but the Action X is now in trouble. Maritaki is in trouble here. He's going to get outflanked and outderped. He's got the Progetto and the two. There he goes. He's down. But at the same time, they also lose Prolika in the Object. But Rakua is also going to go down here. He's a one shot. He's not going to be long. There he goes. Now we've got Shogal in the IS-6 trying to push onto Lani in the 252U. Is he going to be able to? Yes, he gets a good shot in, but now Lani is in trouble. The FV's coming around to try and take him out. Oh, that's a good shot by the Progetto of Linked. Lani is still in trouble. He's trying to angle away. Oh, he survives he survived the initial onslaught, but went down eventually. You can see here, though, ID do have the upper hand. Shogal in the IS-6 is trying to cap the B cap. Don't know if it's going to help. I mean, it's 3 against 4, the upper hand, but can they get rid of Radioactive? That's the tank they should be focusing, but they're going after Linked in the Progetto. They should have gone after the FV. No, the Progetto's gone down. They could turn this. Radioactive is now in trouble. Radioactive is in trouble. He's a one-shot to Nude Player. Nude Player gets him. Now it's 2 against 2. But look at this. IDS is very healthy in his FV. And Campon is also really healthy. But so is Shogal in the IS-6. Let's not kid around that. They're giving Shogal a bit of a hard time here. They're trying to wipe out Shogal. IDS is... So let's get up into the back of the map and see what's going down. As you can see, as I expected, the FVs are heading towards that C cap, with the majority of the heavies going down the middle. Looking at Act 1, they are doing not a similar strat, let's be honest. The FV's going down the middle to try and make spots. He's been spotted. The Progetto is also making his way towards the C cap. The FVs of ID are going to drop into C. The heavies are behind Act 1. So it looks like that the FVs are going to be able to cap. They haven't got really much to worry about at the moment. The heavy's going to take a long time to get there. They have capped. That'll give them time to reverse out of there before the heavies get round the corner. Yet they've managed to spot a majority of them. I mean, if you look at the rest of the team now, apart from Campon, is making its way down this area. This is going to be a bit of a brawly type battle, with the FVs now rotating not round to the middle. It looks like they're going to rotate round to try and cap, but I don't know yet. You can see that the majority of the team here is spotted apart from the Progetto. Plurelica is trying to face off here with a 1-1-2. He's just giving him, telling them that he's there. There's a bit of a push coming in from Act 1. They can feel that they've got tanks advantage here. There are only 3 tanks. They have got the tank advantage, and it is going to be a push. But there comes Campon to come round to help out. Linked is the focus. But then Raku is gone down for Act 1. Yoshoni has come in the FV, but he's being chased down by IDS. Lani he's okay. Linked. I thought the focus was Linked, but it's not. Campon is the focus. Campon is really getting focused here. He's down to a one-shot. But he manages to take a kill before he himself is killed, so that's 2 tanks down both times. Prolika is gone. We didn't see that. There goes another tank, so it's now 4 tanks down for Act 1 and only 2 tanks down for ID. You can see here the IDS and the FV is giving Ibuki a hard time. He's going to win that battle. Back up to here, Nude Player is toying with Link. Link is not even focusing him. He's focusing the FV over there. not the FE, the IS-6. So now linked is the focus of the Progetto, but down here we've got the 112 of Maritaki. He's trying to focus Lani, but he's being focused by Riara. He's down. That's leaving just the Progetto. A nude player left. He is going to be going out very shortly, and he's down. As you can see there, 11,964 against 8,063. Pretty good stuff. Convincing win there for Team ID. Pretty convincing win for Team ID, which should wrap it up for today, I think. I'm not sure. Don't know the full schedule. So Team ID winning this group. Convincingly as well, let's be honest. Pretty spectacular stuff there. So, you only got to see 3 games, and I'm really sorry about that. What can I say? Major technical issues is all I can say. Which is what it was. Still having technical issues with YouTube, I'm afraid. Not with YouTube, with the game. Not much I can do about it, guys. I tried to work the system, tried to work the problem. I've had to go via a VPN, which isn't the best. Let's be honest with you. Thankfully, the VPN's been fine. It's been churning out at over 5,000 kilobytes a second, which is great. But it's not ideal. It's not what I'd like. I don't normally work with the VPN. I don't like working with VPNs, I must admit. It's not my favourite. I mean, I'm watching the stream, and the stream itself is fine. There's no issues with the stream. I've just turned the sound off, that's all. But there's nothing wrong with the stream. The stream at my end is going perfectly okay. Yeah, the stream is fine. There's no issues at my end. As I said, it's churning out nicely. That's, I think, the end of today. Not that you saw much action if you watch my stream, because, well, I had technical issues. Simple as that. Not much I could do about it. However, it's just fixed itself. Really? So I'm keeping the stream running anyway, just no sound now. but the stream is still running. There's nothing wrong with the stream. And I'll keep it running for a bit longer. I'll play a couple of replays with no sound, though. I've turned the sound off. You can see a couple of replays. Whilst I give everybody the chance to get those rewards. I've just turned the sound down at the moment, that's all. Wow, what can I say? I mean, that was oof, an interesting day, let's be honest. Not the best. Traumatic for me. Traumatic stream for me. Mainly because there was not much I could do, which was really annoying, to say the least. And I was, well, I mean, we got there in the end, but, and like I said, on my list of things that could possibly go wrong, I did not think that Dubai blocking the Asian server would be one of them. I'm sorry, you're not hearing much from me because I've got to. I'm basically talking to Wargaming about this because it was a problem, wasn't it? And wow, So basically, I'm just saying to Wargaming that it's never happened before, and it may be an idea to change the format for who does the reward stream. Instead of giving it to me, giving it to every good name is taken. It's not ideal from my point of view, of course, but I don't want a repeat of today, whereby something happens that's outside of my control. Very disappointing indeed. Anyway, so back to it. So that's the end of the tournaments today. As you can see, I don't think there's any more today. So Team ID top. So they've won today's final, and they've won the current stage. Looking at Group 1, we had Team ID as well in there, and they also top that stage and won that final. Looking down to Group 3, we have Feast and HLV, and they're still playing, so they're not finished yet. Down to Group 4, we had GV, Great Viet, and 101AD. So let's have a look who won that. And Great Viet topped it there in Group 4. And that's it. So we're just waiting on Feast, basically, to finish against HLV, which will be a tough match, let's be honest. So what we'll do, we'll wait for that until the end, so I can give you some understanding. As I say, all I can do again is apologise for today. It was pretty bad. Let's be honest. Wasn't the best, was it? Now the VPN's gone. Oh no, it hasn't. I'll keep the stream open for a bit longer. It has been open for exactly 2 hours and 16 minutes, so everybody should have got their in-game rewards. Despite the fact it was incredibly stressful. It was stressful for me anyway, let's be honest. Trust me, it was not enjoyable sat at this end. Let's play one more replay. It was not enjoyable sat here, I can assure you. So everybody should have got their rewards anyway. Like I said, I have kept the stream running, and the stream has been running for 2 hours and 2 hours 18 minutes, which is enough time. You didn't need to watch the stream. You could have watched every good name is taken who was showing the games. So you could have gone that way. It's just not been a great day. Let's be honest. It's been disappointing for me, to say the least. And switching to a VPN is less than ideal. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this game, and then I'm going to kill the stream, because being on a VPN is not ideal, to be honest with you. It's losing frame rates, it's dropping frames now, as the VPN is trying to struggle and keep up. Because, you know, VPN is not ideal, guys. I wish it were. So I'm going to stream this without a delay. So I've come back on. There's no delay now. So this is no delay. This is just to keep the stream going so everybody can get their rewards. The game may kick me out because I was just on a VPN. I've just dropped the VPN. And the reason I dropped the VPN is basically because the VPN is up and down. Having streaming via VPN is not a good idea for those of you who do streaming or are planning to do streaming. Streaming via VPN is really not a good idea at all. In fact, it's a very bad idea. So don't do it. So I'm going to finish. I mean, you didn't see the end of that replay because see, there you go. Look. So again, lost the server, but we can try and get back in. Hopefully. There we go. We're back in. So let's start with that tank again. It is gravity mode. You won't get any lag now because now there's no VPN. So with no VPN, there's no drop frames and there's no spikes on the VPN. But the problem was earlier today, Dubai had blocked the Asian server, so I couldn't get in to the Asian server. That was the issue. And it kept giving me over 1,000 ping, which again was an issue. That has now been resolved. It was obviously an issue with the Dubai service provider, which obviously affected the game completely. So ah dear. Oh, what a nightmare. But I do like gravity mode. I don't care what anybody says. What a day, eh? There's no lag now, Tran. No lag at all. There's no drop frames. Everything's churning out at the proper frame rate at 6,500 kilobytes a second. There is no lag now. I can tell you that for a fact. I'm also watching this on YouTube, not just in the YouTube studio, and for me the game is not lagging. The replay is not lagging. Nothing is lagging at all. In fact, it's gone pretty well. What is happening is the Asian server still playing up. That's what's happening. So I've still got issues with the Asian server, even though I've taken the VPN off now. So that's what you're seeing. You won't get the rewards until after the stream's finished anyway, guys. The stream doesn't finish for a while. It'll be finishing soon for various reasons, to be honest with you. But what I'm going to do, I want to just check something out whilst we've still got the stream running, because as I said, it wasn't the issue at the end of the day wasn't with me, it was with somebody else. It was outside of my control. So what you're going to do, you're going to see me logging off and then logging back in again. I'm going to play another replay, but I'm going to play a replay via a different server. Because you can see the game is hanging. It's just hanging. Which is a nightmare, let's be honest. So, I've still got a hanging game. So what I'm going to do... Yeah, still got issues, look. Still can't get in. Without the VPN, it just won't let me in to Asia. And therein lies the problem. What to do? Well, there's not much I can do. I mean, it's been one of those days, hey? It's just been one of those days whereby you're just seeing this now. You're just seeing a screen. There's no point you seeing a screen like that. Let's just say that for the moment. I'm going to keep the stream. It says rewrite back. It says that because you don't want to just see a tank screen loading, which is all you're going to see at the moment, because I'm blocked out the Asian server. But I'm leaving the stream running, and you just get to have to talk to me for the moment while the stream runs. And the reason for that is because I want you to get your rewards, which is what I'm hoping you'll get. And just put in the picture, it's still logging in. It hasn't logged in yet. Oh, traumatic day today. See, it's now logged in. But it's not logged in properly, is the honest answer. But there is one thing I want to try. Because I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. So what you're seeing here is my EU account, funnily enough. So my EU account, everything's fine. There's no problems. See, no issues at all with the EU account. It's working no problem. I don't have an issue with it. You're hearing game noise, but it's not this game. It's a different game. Now, I'm also on the Asian account via my iPad, and I just want to show you. So this is me at the moment on my Asian account. So you can see the EU account. I'm going to switch between the two. So that's the EU account, and you're watching a replay. This is my Asian account on my iPad, and as you can see, I've got 700 ping and 10%, 8%, 9% package loss. And this is the problem. This is why I'm saying it's not me. I mean, this is my iPad. It's not my computer. It's my iPad. And if I go back oops, sorry. If I go back, you can see that's the EU account showing a replay. So I'm a bit confused as to, what's been going on. That is outside of my control. There's nothing I can do about that. That is not my server. That is not my computer, because this is not on my computer. This is now on my iPad. So you're watching the game that's currently playing on my computer, not the game that's currently being played on my iPad. What's currently being played on my iPad is this, with massive loss, massive everything. And that's why you're seeing the lag, and that's why you're seeing problems. But hey, so like I said, it's not strictly my fault. If it was in my control, guys, trust me, I would have put my hands up and said, it's all me, I'm a moron, I'm really sorry, you can all hung, draw, and quarter me in the morning. But it's not this time. This time I'm not to blame. And it's just, what can I say? It's just the Asian server, guys. At the end of the day, there's an issue between Dubai and Asia. I don't know what the issue is, but that's the issue. So as you can see, the game on the EU server is fine. It's not a problem. EU server's fine. And it's not wargaming either, because every good name is taken is also streaming, and he's not having a problem. He's streaming the Asian tour as well, and he's not had an issue. So it's not the wargaming side. It's not my side. It's basically the middle person who provides the internet, and whoever it is who's providing the internet, well, they've put something in that's that's basically made it almost impossible to stream the Asian stuff. So like I said, I apologise for that, but there literally is nothing I could do about it. Not a thing, despite my best efforts. So, like I said earlier, I'm going to apologise to all the teams again. Sorry guys, your team should have been showcased. They weren't. I did keep the stream going. It's now been going for 2 hours and 36 minutes. So, as soon as this replay finishes, I'm going to stop the stream. You should have all got your rewards by now. Sorry you didn't get to see much. Hopefully you jumped over to Every Good Name is Taken's channel and you got to see the replay, the action via that. Other than that, guys, well, there's not much I can say or do, unfortunately. It is what it is. You won't get the rewards until the stream finishes. And just to put you in the picture, I'm just going to quickly random map. Ready, battle. I just want to show you. See, my ping on EU is fine, 171. So my ping on hang on a minute. So my ping is fine. My ping on Europe is fine. Nothing wrong with the ping. 150 ping is what I normally have on this server. So the ping is fine. No issues with it. What I want to do though, so you've seen the ping there. Now if I switch it over to here, you can see I've still got massive ping, massive loss, game is unplayable, there disappears the tank. So therein lies the problem of today. It's got nothing to do with my setup, it's got nothing to do with my system, nothing to do with wargaming as such. It's everything to do with the link between where I am in the world and Singapore, the Asian server. Therein lies the problem. So, by the way, this is on my computer, so you're seeing this at 176 ping on my computer. Whereas this is on my iPad with the 709 ping and a 10% package loss. So there you go, guys. Not much I can say, I'm afraid, other than sorry about all that. Really outside my control, nothing I could do about it. And with that, it's been 2 hours and 40 minutes. Everybody should now get their everything they need, all their stuff. I'm going to leave the stream there and go to a corner and cry, maybe. Thank you for bearing with me and jumping in. Actually, yeah, no, I'm going to go to a corner and cry. I think that would probably be the best thing to do. Thank you anyway for staying with me and hanging in there. It's not my best stream. In fact, my worst stream ever. But like I said, completely outside of my control. Nothing really I could do about it, guys. There is an EU stream tonight. So the EU stream should be fine. There shouldn't be a problem with the EU stream, to be honest with you. The EU stream should be perfect. Well, Tamim, you didn't need to watch, to be fair, and that's a little bit underhand, saying thanks for wasting my time and electricity, and you wonder why the mods pick on you. Not being funny, mate, that was a bit below the belt. It may have been said as a joke, but it was a little bit below the belt. And as I said, you're not going to get the rewards until after the tournament and the stream is finished. I also put the link in the description saying you had to go to the portal. So, sorry you feel that way, but